Welcome to another episode of Intentionally Irrelevant with your guests, Meg and Britt. You may know us from Married at First Sight, season 19, but trust us, there's more to the story. No experts involved, just two best friends having unfiltered, chaotic combos. So whether you're driving, scrolling, or fully spiraling at midnight, welcome. You are officially a part of the conversation. So I was thinking we can definitely go ahead and talk about the episodes.
Yeah. Because we got
6 through 8.
Yeah.
And do you remember them?
I don't remember what happened in like episode 6. I remember the gist.
They wrapped up the honeymoon, right? And then, or they started moving.
No, they had already moved in. Yeah, they moved in. Yeah.
Let's talk about the main one, has the most chaos right now, in my opinion.
Who has the most chaos?
Yeah, Sean and Nikki.
Sean and Nikki.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me, because at first you and I were talking about this. I don't remember. It was before these episodes dropped. And I was like, oh, justice for Sean. And you were like, oh my God, no. No justice for Sean. You were like, I've got the ick. And so I was like, okay, you need to go into more detail about why.
Well, you can definitely tell Nikki has the ick.
But you got that.
I got the ick in that one scene, and like maybe we didn't fully understand the context, right? But the guy is like in the bathroom. He's in his own bathroom, essentially taking a hoe bath. Like,
oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
That's what gave me the ick.
Yeah.
Was the towel wet? Did it have any soap? I don't think it had soap, because then afterwards he got in the bed. He had the nerve to get in the bed.
Well, it was also how you said he's probably one of those people that like showers every couple days, not every day.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about like the personal hygiene. And like I don't know. I'm not gonna bash you, Sean, but like.
But do you shower on the rag?
Who, me?
Him.
Oh, but do you shower on like me? I take like 2 or 3 times a day. It's kind of insane. I also work out a lot though. That's why.
Which has also led to our other conversation where I told you that I used to have a friend who was dating a guy, and they would go out like in Mexico on the beach, and then he'd jump in the pool, and he said that was him washing his body. And so they would hook up, but he still hadn't bathed.
That is like, I feel like I'm very sensitive to smells. If I could smell you, if I get a whiff of something, I'm just like, yeah. Like, that's gross. And you could tell, I think she handled herself very well, because I don't know. I think my reaction would have been like, you're not going to shower? And she handled it very well. They got in the bed, and I think she said something like, oh, it's a good thing like we don't have to fight for bathroom time. Yeah. I'm like, you handled that with some class. What
girl
are we doing?
Is what, yeah.
And then he went into this whole spiel about how mainstream media something about soap. And like, that was all I needed to hear to be like, Sean, this woman, you keep wanting to kiss this woman. This woman clearly is not attracted to you. You're already like kind of in the doghouse. And on top of that, you don't want to shower.
What did you think when they had dinner and Devin was talking to him about his communication style, and he straight up takes out his phone and he's scrolling through his phone, just ignoring Devin.
I would have been like, excuse me, I'm talking.
That
was so rude.
So rude.
It was so rude. And like, you can tell that he's someone that like, I don't think he's used to being challenged. And especially not by someone like, 20 years younger than him. I really think that's the age difference. I think like 20 years younger than him. But like, I think in a situation like that, and what I really like that this season is doing that I really, really wish we could have had more of was like, I like the whole group therapy dynamic. I love the group therapy dynamic too. Because like, I'm like, how many times have they seen these experts? We saw our experts like twice. I'm so confused. But
I saw mine more than twice.
No, twice. And what I was saying about like the whole Devin and Sean situation, and then if I'm Nikki, I would have been like, excuse me, like put your phone away. Like, you're just rude.
It was so rude. I mean, how has he gone through life not being challenged?
Yeah, you could tell he's just like.
And is it the cameras? Is it the optics of the cameras that he's like embarrassed that like he's on national television?
Well, him and Nikki admitted that they have big egos. It's an ego thing for them. You can see.
It's an ego thing. But it's also a power thing.
Yeah.
Like who's going to have the power in the relationship?
Yeah.
And which is funny because both of them are like, no, it's me. No, it's me. And then you have like Nick and Courtney, and he's like an alpha, but he's relinquishing some of that power to get her comfortable. And it's the same with Devin and
Caitlin.
Thank you.
I remembered her name. You know what I find interesting about, for whatever this is worth, I don't give a damn. But what I found interesting about Nikki and Sean, why they butt heads like this, guess their signs.
Leos.
They're both Leos.
They're both Leos. God, a Leo. Another freaking Leo.
Shout out to my Leos.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But I really do appreciate the conversation that they both had, though. I think it was in episode 8 where they were in their apartment and I think they were having dinner and like they were both talking about how they kind of have to be that way, like to walk into the rooms that they walk in, like just especially Nikki being a woman and being a Black woman. And like, I resonated so hard with that conversation. I really appreciated the fact that they had that and the fact that they aired that. I was like, okay, because like I get it. We kind of have to like be a little bit more. I don't want to say extra because I'm extra, but like just a little bit more like to be able to like prove that we belong in like these certain rooms and certain conversations. So I get that, but when you put both of those things together, on top of like the other like incompatibilities that they have.
And what type of attachment style does Sean have? Avoidant.
Is he avoidant?
Yeah.
He's a
big time avoidant.
But then Nikki's not anxious.
She shouldn't have to be. There's so many other different types.
Those are the only two I know.
We only care about the ones that pertain to us.
Like you're an anxious attached person is always going to be paired with an avoidant. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
So I had ChatGPT rank the guys as alpha versus beta based on these episodes, just episodes 6 through 8.
Yeah.
And Sean was a beta with alpha potential.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't that funny?
I like that. You had said something about Nick that I'm now questioning. I think we both, when we initially did this, we both said that Nick, we agreed that he was an alpha. And now I'm just like...
Let's go back. Let's go to Nick and Courtney.
Nick and Courtney?
Let's segue to Nick and Courtney.
Oh, Nick and Courtney. I'm so dumb. I'm like, who? Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're talking about how if he's a beta or an alpha. I think he is a alpha who is got some beta in him, but he's like more in tune with himself.
I think so, yeah.
Which makes him an alpha because he knows himself. He's confident. When she said, I don't think that you're confident in yourself, and he was like, well, I am. He didn't freak out and he wasn't like, I am confident. He just was like,
he's just like,
well, I'm confident.
Yeah, so. He's like, that's interesting. I've not heard that before.
You don't really...
I thought it was interesting, though, in the group therapy session, how, what's her name? Dr. Lisa, she said that he's like putting on, not verbatim, right? But kind of putting on like an act, like kind of portraying this really stable, kind of like stand-up guy to everyone. And I'm just like, I see that. But is that just him?
I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
And sorry, Courtney, I don't know what's going on with you. I can't figure it out.
I don't want to say that she's batshit crazy because that's rude. And I'm not going to do that because there are a lot of people who probably said that we were batshit crazy. And I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Well, I think that Nick's a great guy and I think you should like give him a shot, especially like what I don't understand.
Kiss that man.
If you're sexually attracted to somebody and now you're married, why wouldn't you like see if that would...
Exactly.
Maybe they were actually more mature than us?
No, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. No. That doesn't make sense to me. If you're saying this guy is great, this guy is a really good guy, and you are attracted to him, why not let him stick his tongue down your throat?
Well,
one time.
ChatGPT has said that Nick is alpha light. Nick has confidence and presence. The question is whether he's emotionally available enough. If he avoids difficult conversations, he'll slide into beta territory. For now, verdict, alpha leaning.
Ooh, I like that.
I know.
I feel like he is giving some sort of like beta-ish tendencies because he's not expressing what he needs.
Yeah,
and we know that he needs a lot more than what she's giving.
Absolutely.
And he's not expressing that. Out of, who knows, out of respect, I don't know.
Well,
whatever. But he's not expressing what he needs. I'm like, Nick, tell your wife you want to be kissed.
Yep.
You want to be caressed. Tell her.
Well, since we're talking about them, let's segue into Devin and Caitlin. Devin was the MVP
yes.
of that episode, of the dinner episode.
Yeah.
MVP.
Yeah.
Like, he's like one of those guys that he gave a little beta energy, but he's just like, he's reserved and he seeks with intention. And that is very attractive.
Yeah. He's my MVP so far. I think
Caitlin should have immediately just been like,
I want to jump your bones.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Like, I'm in love with you. Not really, but you know what I mean? Like, it's changed.
I think I'm confused. My whole thing is like, and I get really like irked by this, is that you decide to do an experiment. I don't even want to call it a show. Yeah. You decide to do an experiment like get married at first sight. Mm-hmm. You know what that entails. You know it's going to be some sort of like expedited process than what, you're typically used to. Why not go and give it your all? Like, why do you then decide once you've got the thing, you're in the experiment, you get married, you then decide, oh, wait, this is too much. Like, I think I need to I'm uncomfortable. You knew what you were signing up for.
For me, it's kind of, I told you this the other day. It seems like on our season, all the girls were really into it and all the guys were kind of not really. And this season, all the guys are really into it, but the girls kind of aren't. But so you should, and we talked about this because remember, who did we say?
What's the question?
Who, I would have been better fit with somebody from this season than with Derek, and Derek would have been better fit with somebody like Courtney.
It was Nick and Courtney.
Yeah. Like Derek would be a better fit with Courtney. And
I get peeved out of my freaking mind when I'm watching like Courtney or when I'm watching Caitlin just be so resistant to stepping out of their comfort zone and like really immersing themselves into this process that they signed up for.
And I will say this to our experts, Pastor Cal, Pepper, Pia, all of them said, and I really took this to heart. I think everybody did. Don't become best friends. Well, I mean, obviously, haha. And start talking about your relationship with the cast, like with a girl. So like Caitlin and Courtney are like not having the conversations with their men that they need to. They're having it with each other, and then they hype each other up, and then it's more like, validation. So it's like validation. She agrees with me, so I'm right. And then going like this.
Yeah. It's like, you don't want to touch your guy? Me either. I don't want to touch my guy. And you don't want to be around your husband? I don't want to be around my husband.
Like, that's great. You want to go to the gym by yourself? I totally get it.
Go to the gym. And I'm just like, what?
But here, let's look at it from this standpoint.
Are you trying to play devil's advocate?
No.
Oh, you're talking about somebody. Yeah. I'm like,
they need Marissa to come in and be like, but let's put different perspective on it.
Wrong person.
Nikki.
Yeah. Now let's talk about Marissa and Adam.
Well, we'll do them next.
Because.
Okay, so ChatGPT, Devin, has decided that you are a beta. Unfortunately, his stock has fallen. He often seems uncertain and looks to Caitlin for reassurance instead of creating stability. Instead of making her feel secure, he often seems to need security himself. Verdict, beta. And I'm going to agree with that. However, my mind changed. He does need to step up to the plate. See, I would say beta light.
Beta light.
Beta light, because I can see the alpha.
Yeah.
He's feeling more comfortable. He's speaking up. He's just not speaking up to her, but like,
I love what the expert Paul, I think this is his name, Paul, what he said at the group therapy session. And it was perfect. He basically said like, your light has dimmed. And I was like, I see that 100%. He came into this like, I'm going to love on my woman. She's going to love on me. Like, I love. I want to be all that I can be for my person. And now he's matched with someone who says that is too much. That part of you that you are is too much. It makes me uncomfortable. And he's like shifted his entire being. And I like how he, like the expert went into saying, when you are in a relationship or like the relationships that work, you shouldn't have to dim your light. The thing that you think is like too much or whatever, like that your person is going to crave that and they're actually going to want more of that. And I was just like, that is so
true.
That's how I know. I don't care what they say. They're not making it. Like they will be a no at decision day because she's already dimmed his light so much. She's already basically told him that probably his best quality is too much for her. That's never going to work.
No, that's not going to work.
And I just hope that he realizes it soon because Devin, you said you're a lover boy. There are so many lover girls out there that like want that kind of energy.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
I crave that kind of energy.
Yeah.
I need my man to be obsessed with me. I love that energy.
Yeah, I need it like.
I need it.
Yeah, but like not like beautiful baby.
No, not like
TBD. We'll talk about that later.
Not like that. I don't need that kind of. That's like serial killer obsessed. I don't want that kind of obsessed.
Let's segue real quick. We'll take a detour
to our own lives.
Paulina made a really good point last night. She went and looked at that guy's Instagram and she said, Megan, that's serial killer vibes. She's like,
which guy? Beautiful baby?
30-year-old.
It's not.
No. But listen what she said. He moved here in February and his first Instagram post was in April. All of his Instagram posts are from April. So like what happened? What made you come here and reinvent your life? Like
get the fuck out of here.
No, seriously. That's immediately what she saw and thought. And I was like, oh my God, she's like,
no, I saw
no, but why don't you have?
I don't think they're all from April. I feel like I saw one that was like 2023. It's one of the pinned ones. It is from 20. Look at the date.
Okay, but you have 5 photos.
Okay.
And all the recent, you have one pinned from 2023, and then all the recent.
He's not a social media guy.
But
I find nothing wrong with his Instagram. Now, the fact that.
Yeah, the Instagram was cringe.
The fact that he's cheap, I find a lot wrong with that.
Well, funny enough, you say that. James and I were having that conversation. And James was like, no, Megan, it's because he knew you weren't into him. And he was like, well, shit, I don't have any money. I'm not going to buy her drinks.
I feel like we have to give the people context because otherwise we're just rambling.
Okay, so Brittany and I and our friend Monique went out to dinner and there was this really good looking guy. He looked like Riley Green. And so like, as I always talk about Riley Green, he was giving Chase Rice, Riley Green vibes. And so I was
he was hot.
So Brittany like ran after him, got his number, gave it to me, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll post the video of my reaction when she tells me his age.
Oh, yeah.
Which was funny. I actually showed it to him, the video.
You are 10 years his senior.
Yeah, he was 30. And that wasn't a date. That was just like, we just had drinks. It wasn't like anything. I was like, I'll never, ever go grab drinks with a 30-year-old ever again. No offense to 30-year-olds, but like.
I'm sorry, he didn't pay for your drinks.
But that's because.
No. There's no that's because no.
Well,
I will never have drinks with a guy and the guy does not pay for my drinks.
It was the first time that ever happened. Nobody,
I know there's a first, but like there's no justification.
No, there's no justification for it. But I'm just saying.
It's giving ill.
It's giving.
It gave ill because you got the ick pretty immediately.
Because time for conspiracy theory. Time for conspiracy theories.
We need some sort of like song, like do.
So let's just say I was not feeling. I saw this guy's, and I checked his Instagram. What I did was I reverse Googled his number, and that gave me his name. So then I found his Instagram. You know, I am an FBI agent.
She is.
I will find everything, and yeah. Usually. I don't know. There's some people I can't. Those are the ones that creep me out.
There's nothing wrong with this guy's Instagram.
It is. So it creeped me out so much that I didn't want to go. And it was right outside my place. And I was like, Brittany, I don't want to go. But then the guy is driving from San Antonio, which is like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, this is somebody I would consider like, we're just being friends. Like, you know? Well, unless he looked like Riley Green or Chase Rice, and like what I was like hoping maybe it was just like really Riley Green.
He was cute.
Well, anyway, this guy was a walking red flag. I won't say it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
There's a lot of personal information out there that was shared with me that made me very uncomfortable. My friend Paulina and I were talking about this last night. She was like, those are kind of things you don't tell somebody until like you're married, because they were stories about his family and stuff like that. There's like, you don't disclose that kind of information.
It was very weird.
Yeah.
And then he started talking about the Illuminati.
Oh yeah. He said the Illuminati is like the Freemasons.
Well, yeah, there are some Masons that are part of the Illuminati.
Well,
I can go deep into the Masons.
Oh, you can?
Not right now.
Well, anyway, so then
they are a secret society.
Funny enough, he told me, and Paulina told me it's true, that the swastika, he told me, he goes, the swastika was about love and life or something positive. And he said the media spun it.
I don't want to hear that crap.
And I was telling my friend James about this, and he was like, that is the craziest Gen Z thing I've ever heard. Like, are you kidding me?
Very offensive as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Extremely, like, to the point where I would have been so uncomfortable. I would have walked out.
Well,
that's like offensive. That's like saying like slavery was meant to be some sort of like trying to put a positive spin on it. I would have been like,
no, I agree with you. However, Paulina said that it wasn't, it started out being a good thing, and then Hitler took it and made it a bad thing. So like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I think it's like, I don't know, really we need to do our research, but if somebody wants to talk in the comments and like give us the scoop, I mean, I'm very curious about history, but no, it would definitely was that shit. Yeah. I was like tinfoil hat. I was like, the world is probably flat to you. And so then, you know, he's trying to ask me things about myself. And I was like, let's go back to those conspiracy theories, because 30 minutes in, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know how maybe I'll fake a seizure. So I concluded before that Brittany would show up at 7:00 so that I'd only have to be there for an hour.
I showed up at 7:15.
Yes. And so, yeah, talked about conspiracy theories, a lot of stuff that was just really.
And to top it off, he didn't pay for her drinks.
Oh, no. Well, the story even gets better. So he's in the restroom. Brittany's like, I'm walking up. I'm like, thank God. Bartender comes up to me and I was like, yeah, we're done. And so then I go to the bathroom. And when I come back, I see that he has paid the bill. And I was like, oh, thank you for that. You know, like, appreciate it. And then the bartender comes up to me and is like, here's your tab. And I was like, well, let's just like, I should take that thank you back because like you didn't. And he said, you're welcome, which was even more odd because what did you do?
The way I would have awkwardly stared at him, like it would have been like that one meme. Have you seen that one meme where like it's Diddy and like some contestant or something and they're like staring at each other back and forth and it's so awkward? It would have been like that because I would have been looking at him like.
And then Brittany showed up and I just was like,
gotta go, bye.
And I was like, tried to give him a half hug and he was like, it was bad.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then we saw those girls that were like, we were rooting for you on your date. And I was like, it is not a date. That was just a friend. It was just, no.
Moral of the story, if you see a hot guy in a restaurant, don't have your best friend go chase after him to then get his number for you.
Yeah, because an alpha would come up and get your number.
9 times out of 10, 100% accurate.
You know?
9 times out of 10.
That was my dating story that
was a good pivot.
It wasn't a dating story, but you know.
That was a horror story.
Yeah, it was a horror story.
But it's funny.
But thankfully you came and then you and I went and got dinner. And
we got dinner. And then
then it was great.
And that was a great date.
Yeah, that was a great date.
Great date.
I know. I'd rather have dinner dates with my friends than like, I don't know. I need to vet men.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just didn't. But, funny enough. And then, well, should I tell the other one?
Let's get back to the couples and then we can end with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, because we got to like sprinkle it in.
Got it.
We got to sprinkle it in.
All right. So did we finish? Oh, yeah. So now we are sorry for our tangent. That would be why we are called intentionally irrelevant, because a lot of things that we talk about are intentionally irrelevant.
It's like, ooh.
So next up is Adam and Marissa.
It's a no for me, dog.
It's, but the craziest part is that they are the number one couple.
They're the number one couple because all they do is look at each other and be like, you're hot.
Yeah.
You're hot.
Yeah.
Babe.
Yeah.
You're hot.
Yeah.
Babe.
She's stigmatized. You know how I said that?
I would have ran, I think, on the honeymoon when he picked up that piece of steak with his hand and he chewed into it like a fucking barbarian and then had the nerve to be like, and then she took the damn bite.
I would have taken the fork and been like,
sir, have some class.
And you can't, I initially was going to say maybe he was drunk and maybe because it's a long day of filming. He don't drink. But he doesn't drink. So it makes it even worse.
That's his natural state. I think the experts hit the nail on the head. Like, first off,
when he wore those outfits, yes, it was deja vu for me. And not all roads go back to Derek on this, but Derek did a lot of the same.
Oh, he wore the flamboyant.
He wore
kind
very
of like
flashy,
attention grabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it totally was to grab attention or like get a reaction.
Yes.
Totally noticed that.
And I agree with them when they said that, he's avoiding having these meaningful conversations and everything with his humor. And he is not taking that and is like, no, I'm just actually feeling comfortable. And this is the real me.
He's like, this is the real me. So then I literally was like, so did you just fake it to get on the show?
No, I don't. I think it's more of like he might be not as serious and he's starting to really feel comfortable with her. And so he is acting himself, but he's not having the deep conversations that they need to have.
Yeah, 100%. And if he says, I'm just going off vibes, if he says that shit one more time,
it's like,
I'm gonna be like, what fucking vibe are you going off of? And like Marissa.
Is vibe the new community? Is that the word?
Vibe is
vibe.
Vibe is this season's community. 100%.
Community was the word that Josh on our season said all the time.
Yeah.
So much that I don't think I ever used the word community ever
Community
again.
was season 19. Vibes is season 20. And I think I said in the initial, when we did the alpha beta thing, and I said that he is inwardly beta and externally alpha, still going with that. And I said that I thought that he was going to try to change Marissa, and Marissa wasn't going to be the girl to put him in his place or something like that. I stand by that because I'm just like, and I like her.
I like her too.
She's so bubbly and has a great personality.
Yeah.
Where's the depth? That's just what I want to see. When you decide to get married, you don't go off vibes.
Yeah.
You go you actually try to get to know the person just a little bit.
Well,
just a little bit.
All right. ChatGPT has decided that Adam is a beta trying to become an alpha. Adam keeps working on himself. I disagree.
Where?
Isn't naturally dominant, but he's making an effort to communicate better.
Where?
Confidence still feels inconsistent. Verdict, improving beta.
Where?
I don't know. Maybe
Chad has access to the future episodes that maybe we just don't have access to, because all I've seen are vibes.
I would say that even ChatGPT can make errors.
And if
just my opinion,
I hear the word jet ski one more fucking time.
So I went jet skiing yesterday.
I just told you I don't want to hear jet ski.
Okay, well, let me just tell you. Adam needs to, I was listening to a podcast. It is actually very dangerous for your brain. It's like the equivalent of like getting CTE because of all the bouncing and everything, like your head.
Oh, that makes sense. It rattles your brain.
Yeah. And so it's like very dangerous, like to do consistently. And so, yeah, I was like, maybe we got some brain damage up there.
I love that you tried to find the science behind this. I like that. Who are you?
I don't know. I've just been very curious lately.
I like that. Keep your curiosity.
Yeah. So
that's what the expert told Felipe. Oh, I like how we're just segueing into these people.
Not even trying.
Like,
okay.
We're so good.
Well, anyway, my PSA is that like if you are on a jet ski, please be cognizant and try not to crash into the wakes and everything, because you can really mess yourself up. And if you do, please wear a life jacket, because my mom just texted me that 2 people in Austin, they flipped and one came up and one didn't.
Damn.
I know.
In the lake?
Yeah.
Austin?
Like there's the gravity of it when you like, if you go underwater and you like release, you go down. Like it pulls you down. And then you have all these.
So scary.
You have all these trees underneath and limbs and people and all kinds of things.
You get caught. And
so like if you are on Lake Travis or any body of water, just wear a life jacket. God, I sound like I'm old. Well, I didn't wear a helmet, but I will say it was so wavy that like my hands were, I don't know. Enough of that. So let's transition to Felipe and Tori.
I really like them. They were actually going to be my MVP couple because I could see the passion, and I didn't want to use that word because he used it excessively. I really like them. I could really see like the chemistry between them and the connection. And then he just pissed me off.
What? When?
During the group therapy session where he's like, I'm just like afraid of like I'm so used to going to one girl to this girl to this girl to this girl, and I'm just afraid that like the passion, what happens when the passion goes away.
Well, at least he was being honest.
I know he was being honest, but I'm just like,
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to hear that because I would think that I always got to be on and like, we can't have a lull. But
it just, I know, I'm not mad that he was being honest. Like 100% love that he was being honest. But imagine being Tori and like sitting there and listening to that.
Yeah.
Probably listening to that for the first time, because I doubt that he shared that between the two of them. I'd be going like, oh, fucking shit. And then especially after we just had sex. And you're telling me that you could eventually, like you have a pattern of like getting bored and running. It's my 2 cents. Love the honesty. Appreciate the honesty.
But I'm just if he held back, then like they can't work on it.
No, I get that. And I wouldn't want him to, I'm just so mad that like that could be potentially a thing.
Well, that's because Felipe was a fatty turned. No, he said it. He just got cute. Yeah. He just got cute like 3 years ago. So like he never had that attention. So like it's just like he's soaking it up and like, feeling himself. And I get that, but like don't do it at the expense of a woman's heart.
Right.
So
or also like don't get married at first sight, because then that hinders your ability to go out and be a gigolo.
What did you think when after they had sex that she went out and slept on the couch and it was too much for her? What were your thoughts on that?
I think I was just like, damn, it probably was too emotional.
Why?
Well, it brought me back actually to my situation after on our honeymoon with Will and I had like an emotional reaction afterwards, and he just handled it poorly. But I had an emotional reaction afterwards because I get 100% what she was feeling.
Really?
I do.
Oh, I was completely lost.
I freaked out afterwards.
Well, yeah, but your situation was a little different.
But it's just, at that point, it's kind of the same.
Okay.
If I get it from the standpoint of like, when it's been so long for you.
Had it been that long for her?
Yeah, I think so. I think she had mentioned that. Or like when you give yourself to someone like in that when you're that type of like vulnerable, your brain is probably going through all the scenarios like, shit, I probably shouldn't have done that. Or like, what if he leaves? Or like that's 100% where my brain went. So I get that. I mean, having to like leave the room and like go sleep on the couch, that could have just been her response to the emotional weight that she was feeling. I 100% understand that completely.
Okay.
And you could like, I didn't think it was, like maybe it was just bad experience or anything like that. Because then they expressed that they did it again.
Yeah,
so like,
I didn't take it that way. I just was like, I didn't understand.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got it. And like it literally brought me back. I was like, oh,
why
honey,
we have this podcast is so because we're not all the same.
Yeah,
and
I was like,
you
honey,
got it, and I was like,
I cried and I was hysterical. You at least got up and left the room.
At least they cut to you with your chicken tendies.
My chicken tendies, bitch. I was hungry. Look, one thing about me, I'm gonna eat.
Well, Felipe, ChatGPT seems to really like you. And they said that you are alpha light with an arrow up. And she said, I actually like Felipe more than I expected. AI is digging you. He's playful, confident, and doesn't seem overly needy. The question is whether he can show emotional depth when things stop being fun.
Yes. Yes.
Alpha
Chat
leaning. Like
Chat sounds like me.
Chat knows him.
Yeah. I 100%. No notes. No notes, Chat. No notes.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to, do you want to do Mecca and
Jolie?
Yes. Can we talk about how pretty she is?
Can we talk about, she's gorgeous.
She's so pretty.
Can we talk about how every time Mecca gets on my screen, I just start to scream a little bit? I'm just so...
You are stuck on the fact that he said, you like me more than I like you. And I don't think you're going to be able to come back from it.
I will never come back from that. If I'm in bed with my man, and this is just how I think, like, me and Kaylin, like, we agree 100% on this. Like, she, to the point where, like, if I'm in bed with my man, and he looks over at me, and he says, I think you're more attracted to me than I am to you. Oh, we're done. We're done. And like, that's not an immaturity thing. That's just like what gave you the nerve to like even say that out loud? You could have thought it. That's fine. No one knows. But to say that out loud and then to double down. He was trying to level her. You know what I mean? No, not like she was extra. I feel like it was like trying to make her like not level, like go beneath, like kind of like shit on her. It's like, yeah, no, I don't think he was trying to do that.
What do you think he was trying to do?
I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do. I think like that was just
Mecca,
some clear.
What were you trying to do in that moment? We're all very concerned and have questions.
And I don't want to hear,
because your dad would never do that. Your dad would be smart enough to be like, I'm not doing that.
I don't want to hear, I was trying to be honest. I'm trying to like speak my truth.
That was being an asshole.
That was some shit that should have never been said. Ever.
Agreed.
But then like the thing that pissed me off, and like he kept going, he just doubled down on it. I think he said, you're like a 80% or whatever. He is a 60% or whatever. And I'm just like, sir, she could clown your ass right now. She really could. She handled it very well.
Yeah.
I like Belgium. What did you think of their the group therapy session though? How they were kind of like coming at him a little bit. And she was, I don't know if it was like she's just not seeing what everybody else is seeing, including myself, like, or he's definitely holding back. He's definitely like, there's something there, and I don't think she's seeing it 100%. And I'm just like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Sis.
She's like, she's got it going on.
That man is not going to be able to commit to you. Run.
Yeah.
Run.
Well, Mecca, sorry for you. I was just scrolling.
He's still cute though.
Yeah, he is very attractive. I was scrolling through my
But it's a no for
my
me, dog.
ChatGPT, like the alpha versus beta rankings, and they didn't include Mecca.
Oh shit.
They did. I just looked and I was like, wait, where's Mecca? Mecca is not even on here.
Damn, Mecca.
Let me ask Chat. Beta with confidence, not insecurity.
Chat, you could have just left that one in the vault because you're wrong.
Yeah, I think
There's a lot of insecurity there. But like I will say, he had a lot of like emotional trauma. Like I get that. But it's also, again, don't come into this situation when you clearly are not even wanting to like move past that.
So Chat says Mecca looks like an alpha, but he's dating like a beta. He has the style, charisma, and presence of an alpha male, but his behavior in these episodes feels driven by self-protection rather than quiet confidence. That's why I'd rank him as a beta.
I'm actually going to stop right there and disagree with Chat on he has the style of an alpha man. Because when I think of alpha man, I don't think of that. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Well, again, ChatGPT can make errors. Maybe we'll go with Claude next time.
Go Claude.
Now we will go to our last couple, which is Cameron and Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite couple.
They're so
They're
cute.
my favorite couple. I love them.
I love them.
I like her too. I like that she's intelligent.
Yes.
She speaks her truth, but she does it with class.
Yeah. No notes for her.
No, none. I was like taking notes. I was like, oh, you could handle it that way. Oh,
Yeah.
That,
I love how they handled the income conversation.
Because he's straight up alpha.
I love how they handled it. I like how even he expressed like, you could tell he was visibly uncomfortable with it, but then and I get that, he had to just sit in it for a second.
Yeah.
And then they had like the conversation on the couch and then they started like making out afterwards. I'm like, I love this shit.
I know. And
I love that.
And girl, he will make that money.
He will make it.
Yeah.
Or he won't, but like
and you'll be happy in love.
Yeah, I'm like, you continue to make your money.
Yeah.
I like how they handled that conversation. I really, really do like them. And I think
really
that
do. I think it's the only couple that is going to make it.
See, I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for all. I'm lying. I'm not rooting for all the couples because there are some people who should not be together.
I'm rooting for
Nikki and Sean. Y'all should not be together. Belle Jolie, go find your man, girl.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not rooting. Yeah. I'm only rooting for Philippe and Tori and...
I like Felipe and Tori.
Yeah. And Cameron and...
Devin, go find your lover girl.
Okay.
But if you guys are actually all still together, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, then we're still single. So
Well, we're sick. So clearly you guys are doing better than we did.
don't listen to us. That's why we're just here. ChatGPT says that Cameron is an alpha with an arrow up. His stock went way up.
Yeah.
He keeps getting better. He's calm, emotionally intelligent, confident without trying to dominate, and he doesn't seem rattled by conflict. He leads with actions instead of speeches. Doesn't need constant validation, makes Michelle feel safe, listens before reacting, comfortable being vulnerable without losing confidence. Verdict? Certified alpha.
Certified alpha. Okay, Cameron.
Yeah, I know.
I like that. I like that.
So who's the biggest winner this week and who's the biggest loser this week out of the entire cast?
Oh my gosh. Oh, we got to write it down on our boards.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
Who is the biggest red flag husband?
The biggest.
All of these will be based off of these episodes and then obviously the other ones up until episode 8. So give the biggest red flag. Biggest red flag husband and biggest red flag wife.
Biggest red flag husband. Oh, damn. That's just so many. There's multiple options. Are we doing just one name? Mm-hmm.
Husband, wife.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I couldn't pick. I couldn't. Okay. She was on, I had to, but
I feel like Courtney at least is like expressing, she's talking.
No.
She's doing a little bit more. I feel like Caitlin's not doing anything. She's not recognizing anything. She's just...
What I like about Caitlin is at the dinner, she touched him.
Because they told her to, which, yes, she is taking the advice, which is good. But I felt like, at least with Courtney, there's emotion. I'm getting something out of her. It's not good, but it's, it's not bad. It's just, Caitlin, I'm not getting anything from.
I feel that. I picked Courtney because every time she speaks, I feel like it's like, those little wiggly lines that it just kind of goes all over the place, and I get so confused. I'm sorry, I couldn't decide between Sean and Adam. They both equally give me the ick.
Who impressed you this week?
Of ratings. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
yeah. He did impress me. He really did. It's just, I can't get past the whole your light is dim thing, because I see
know,
it.
But what impressed me is I didn't know that he had that in them.
Yeah.
So like now I'm seeing it's just being suppressed. And so like there's potential there. And not saying maybe with them, but like I see potential in him. Before I thought maybe he was just like an airhead. And now I'm seeing that he's not. And I like that.
He was my second choice. I picked Michelle because she impresses me every week.
I know, she really does.
She's just no notes.
Let's see. Okay, pick your winner this week and your loser this week.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
My winner was Cameron.
Yeah.
And my loser was Sean.
I started to put Adam/Sean.
We're just going to lump them together.
They're a fucking package deal.
Dude.
It was hard. It was a toss-up. The reason I went with Adam is because after Marissa had shared that in group therapy about her dad, I think he like made a joke afterwards or something to kind of like lighten the mood. And I'm like, bro,
oh yeah,
that shit just threw me for a fucking loop. I would literally looked at him and been like, I'm not telling you shit else.
Yeah, no. Can you hand me the FMK cards so we can do that?
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you. You got 3. You can't choose them. Here, now you got to get new cards. You can only do.
Okay, well, I like these two.
You don't get to do that.
I'm just going to pick one more.
That's not how the game goes.
Come on.
You don't get another one. Oh, you cannot make this up. I cannot believe I just got this.
It's going to be Chase Green or Riley Rice. What's the names?
Chase Rice, Riley Green.
That's what I said.
Okay, you can go first because mine is epic.
It's time for our F, Mary, K segment. Okay. Well, this is kind of awkward. Okay. I am going to marry Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
She's got money. Enough said. This one's awkward. I mean nothing by this. I am going to F my close friend's sibling. I have a specific friend and sibling in mind.
Yeah, it's not my sibling.
That's very awkward. I mean nothing by it, but like I'm also not going to kill that person because I love your family. And
that person knows probably who that friend is. Like, that's me. I'm that friend.
Yeah. And out of respect for their family, though, because, yeah.
No, we don't.
But this last one might be a little controversial, and I hope it doesn't put us on any sort of, like, national security list or anything like that, but you draw this card, and you got to do it. I'm going to
not mess with
Kim Jong-un.
Okay.
I mean...
You can't mess with my global entry. That's where I draw the line.
You're threatening the security of our nation. There's that.
Well...
That's a pretty simple one.
So mine is really great. So mine is I am going to F, Batman.
No, Batman. That's definitely Spider-Man. That's awkward.
I am going to marry Kim K.
Oh, she's got bank.
And I'm going to Kanye West.
Ah! That's good. I like that one.
Can you believe I just picked those and that's what I got?
Yeah, that's funny.
What are the odds?
I like that.
I know. So, yeah.
I think Batman would be... Wait, which Batman, though? You know, there's been plenty of Batmans.
Oh, the really hot one.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. Christian Bale. Yeah.
It's Christian
100%. Bale. So I know going back to like, we were talking about like the beautiful baby and they don't know what it is. It's kind of a longer story, short story, but we are going to save that for next week because it's about another meetup, you know.
Oh my gosh. I'm the common denominator here. Damn. Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned for scenes for the next Intentionally Irrelevant.
Yes. And you get to hear more about our chaotic life and dating and all the other stuff. And I don't know, just stories always happen to me. I don't know why. I'm like
my
a walking
dating
story.
Life has been great.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. I want to keep it positive and like keep you all together. So like, let's.
Oh no, that's all I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
So that's it for today's episode. Thanks for hanging out with us and listening to our chaos, because this was actually very chaotic. If you laughed, related, got triggered, or learned something, make sure to subscribe, follow us on socials, linked below, and then send this episode to your group chat. Special thanks to our producers, Michael Osborne and Jacob Weiss at 14th Street Studios. Peace out.
Bye.